Are you looking to figure out if you could go out there and build a successful coaching business at home? Well, if that's the case, then this video is for you.
We all win when we all win. We all win when we all win.
Hey there, my friend. I'm Super Sid, the Marketing Shaman, and I help coaches and healers create their first or next 10K payday where they go out there and generate $10,000 for their coaching or their healing business in 30 days or less using a profitable presentation. And in today's video, we're specifically going to be talking about how you can go out there and start a coaching business from home, how you can start a coaching business from your house without having any of that fancy equipment, without having an office, without having to go out there and be fancy. Before anything happened with me, with my wife, or with any other coach that I know that has either reached 6, 7, or even 8-figure marks, it all usually started at home with one idea and with one specific thing that they wanted to go out there and help people with. And in this video, we're specifically going to be going over exactly how you, like we did, can go out there and start not only a coaching business, but a successful coaching business, helping you reach the goals that you look to reach to in your life, all starting from home. So if you have, so without any further ado, let's head on into this video. All right, so first things first, let's answer the question before we hop into anything. What is a coach and what do coaches do? Right? So what do coaches do and how do they make money? Right? What are coaches, and specifically how are coaches going into the marketplace and hiring all these people to help them? I mean, the coaching business has been going bonkers over the past few years, but exactly what are these coaches doing? How are they getting paid so much money to help people? And specifically, what exactly are they helping people with? And how can you go out there and be a coach yourself, helping people and getting paid while you do it? Well, ultimately, right, a coach is going to be helping someone reach a goal or a target in their life. They're typically going to be stuck not knowing how to get somewhere in their life, or going to be stuck having a problem in their life that they want solved. They're going to be coming to someone like you as a coach because you are going to be helping them solve that problem and ultimately helping them reach the goal or the target that they have, usually a lot faster than if they were doing it themselves. Now, ultimately, right, just to add a visual to this, when you look at a coach, right, we kind of start with an L bracket. When we're looking at a coach and we're looking at that L bracket, we always want to start with where someone could start working with you. So a great example I like to say to people who are coaches is we'll use this relationship coaching example. And to say you're a relationship coach and you're helping divorced people, right, with going out there and going, starting to date again. And maybe the goal that you help them reach is to go out there and start dating again, go on another date, or go on a first date after going and being divorced. So that might be the goal here, right? But ultimately, right, they start with getting divorced. And then ultimately you have this system or this thing or this solution, right, to helping them not only get over their divorce, but ultimately, right, get to where they're going out on that date, right, going out on that first date. Now, it might be a 6-month process or a year process or whatever it might be. But ultimately, along the line of them getting divorced all the way to going on that first date, you're usually going to have stepping stones, or what we like to call them here over at Life Coach Launch and over at our business is called milestones, right, that we are going to be helping people get to. Now, ultimately, right, these milestones are going to play like stepping stones or stepping blocks, and ultimately, right, are going to guide people to getting to the promised land, or ultimately, right, getting to the goal or the target that they want. So you as a coach is going to play the guide that is going to be helping them get from wherever they are on this line and wherever they're stuck to getting to where they want to get to, and ultimately, right, getting to what we call their surface desire, ultimately the thing that they want, right, even faster than if they were doing it themselves, right, or if they had hired somebody else. All right, so now we know specifically what a coach is. Now let's go over any specific tools that you might need. I think a lot of people ultimately think they need all these tools. They need all this fancy stuff. They need a logo. They need, this bit. They need a logo. They need a business. They need all this stuff set up. And the truth of the matter is, you really don't. The only thing you really need to be able to do is to do one, communicate with people, and ultimately, right, be able to go out there and have a problem that you can solve. At the end of the day, yes, that's very basic. But if you can communicate with people on a phone, you then have everything that you need to be able to go out there and build a successful coaching business. There's hundreds of thousands of coaches right now just using their phone out there every single day and building successful six-figure coaching businesses. So it's proof that you can go out there and do it yourself, but ultimately some free resources that you can go out there and get. Things like Zoom, right? Going out there and getting, accounts on social media can help you a lot as well. Those are free accounts that you can go out there and promote yourself on. But ultimately, right, the number one goal when it comes to this is what are tools and resources that you can use to put videos or content out like this for free, and ultimately how can you get eyeballs on what it is that you do, the solution that you have, and ultimately, right, the thing that it is that you can go out there and help people with. Before I go into these step-by-step on exactly how you can go out there and not only start a business from home, but go out there and have a successful business from home, signing up your first client here in 30 days or less, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out new and exciting videos every single day, showing coaches and healers so they can go out there specifically and create their first or their next 10K payday, where they go out there and generate $10,000 or more for their coaching business in 30 days or less using a profitable presentation. Make sure to click that button below and subscribe. All right, so we went over what a coach is and specifically some basic tools and resources, but specifically not only just tools and resources, those change every day, but ultimately what you're looking to get out of those tools and resources so that they can help you, and ultimately going out there and helping you find clients and get clients that need your help, ultimately with what we're about to talk about right now, which is what we talk about as, right, your big idea. Okay? Now, ultimately, what your big idea is going to be is your big idea is going to be broken down into the thing that you help people with to get to, right, the goal or the target that we talked about earlier on in this video. So we talked about this star up here being that goal or that target. So here, with what we help people with, with creating what we call 10K paydays, where they go out there and they generate $10,000 or more for their coaching business in 30 days or less with a profitable presentation. Everything that we do is helping people with making more money. Now, ultimately, right, as a coach, what it is that you are going to be doing is you're usually going to be working out of 3 markets, and those markets are going to be health, wealth, or relationships. Now, after I talk to you about how I help people with creating 10K paydays, I'm going to ask you, what do you think, right, that market is for me? You probably guessed it right? It's the wealth market of health, wealth, and relationships. So I'm curious to know with you, what is it with you and how are you helping people? You can let me know down there in those comments, right? But ultimately, right, what is it that you are helping people get to, and what is the big idea that you have in helping people get there? Now, the big idea with me is ultimately a profitable presentation and the system that we use to not only generate leads, but ultimately run profitable presentations and ultimately sign up leads that come to those profitable presentations like clockwork every single week, helping people generate, right, 10K paydays every single month for their coaching or healing business. Now, ultimately, that's my big, what's your big idea? The idea that's different, right, and that is unique to you. That is the reason why people are going to be signing up with you to reach the goal that they want to reach. What is that big idea? And then ultimately, right, how can you create a coaching package that is going to be offering that big idea to those other, to those other people? We have other videos here on our channels that that talk about specifically how to build a coaching package. Make sure to go and watch those here on our channel, as those are going to walk with you over what we call the Xavier formula over here at Life Coach Launch, the coaching business that I run in regards to helping other coaches and healers, right, make more money. And ultimately, right, like it's going to go over with you what we call the Xavier formula and exactly how you can go out there and create a coaching package with ease that is going to sell like crazy. Make sure you go watch that video to create your irresistible coaching package very, very quickly. But ultimately, right, before we even create that package, we got to identify what's that big idea, what's that thing. Why are people, or some people might call this a USP or a unique selling proposition, but ultimately, right, what is that thing, that big idea that people that come to you to get help with for them to reach the goal that it is that they want to reach? All right, so now we talked about your big idea and the thing that, right, you're going to be building your coaching package around. We got to have something to sell. We got to have a coaching package to sell to people who need our help, right? We got to have something we're going to give them that's going to help them solve the problem. The next thing we like to talk about here is what we call community. Now, I know some of you are like, what in the world are you talking about when it comes to community? But community is going to be one of the biggest things that is going to help you specifically when you're at home with growing your business, getting your message out there, and ultimately being able to get in front of multiple people who need your help quickly. The reason this is because a lot of people like to be around other people, especially after the past couple of years, as it's been a little wonky, right? Ultimately, right, like we want to make sure that we are social beings. Humans are social beings. So ultimately, right, being able to build some sort of community where we're able to gather together and learn with one another is going to help us create an energy, and it's going to help us create, right, an environment and an experience that people are not only going to want to come to, but that people are going to want to continue to be a part of, specifically, right, after they have that experience, which means they're going to be signing up with you in the coaching package that you normally have. So ultimately, right, by creating a community, now this community can be a Facebook group, this community can be, can be a Zoom room. This community can be an email list. There's a lot of ways that you can build a community or a group of people. Now, one of the ways we suggest is building a Facebook group. We actually make a lot of sales for our coaching business outside of our Facebook group. You can go visit our Facebook group down here below. It's called the First of the Next 100K for Coaches and Healers. It's obviously on Facebook. There's a link down here in the description that you can go check that out, where we have hundreds and thousands of coaches and healers all looking to go out there and create their first or their next 10K payday. And it's a great place for people to come and ultimately, right, come and basically work together, but obviously come and network together and help each other in regards to helping each other win, right? Because it's all about we all win when we all win. But ultimately, about creating a community, you're going to be able to communicate, build a tribe of people or a community of people, all people that raise their hand, and then by building this community and building this community and building this community over and over and over again, you are going to get more eyeballs on you. You're ultimately, right, going to be nurturing a community that showed interest in wanting to get your help, and then sooner rather than later, you're going to start finding that people are going to start raising their hands and ultimately asking you to start getting that help. All right, so before we go into this last segment of specifically how you can go out there and make a lot of money and a lot of sales, but ultimately make a lot of impact with your coaching business, even if it's at home, I want to ask you, in the last segment, we specifically talked about your big idea, then building a community around that big idea. What's your big idea, right? Who are you helping and who are you looking to help? What is the target or goal that you are wanting to help people get to? Let me know in those comments down there below, and then ask me any questions so that I can come out there and help you. All right, so we've talked about all this fun stuff. Now let's talk about how you're going to make money. Well, ultimately, right, making money comes down to something very, very simple. It's probably something you've heard of, but we call it a sales process, right, at a very, very high level. And I want to make sure that I give it to you in a sales process, probably something that you've heard of before. Now, the sales process that we use over at our coaching business is something that we call profitable presentations. Okay, it's an entire process, and ultimately, right, with a profitable presentation, we're able to go out there and ultimately sign up people weekly for our coaching and our healing business. It actually helped us sign up over 250 coaching clients for our coaching business last year alone, in under a year, by running consistent profitable presentations. Now, you can do these through virtual events at your house, where you put on a presentation and ultimately you help people, right, with taking a step toward getting to their goal. At the end of that presentation, at the end of that virtual event, you are then, after helping them, right, after going through and teaching and helping them solve their problem, at the end of that, you would then simply make the offer, right, with the big idea that you have. You would ultimately make this offer with the coaching package that you create to ask them if they would like to continue getting your help to ultimately reach the big goal, right, or your big idea that we talked about. Ultimately, by doing this, you're going to be able to go out there consistently every single week, usually in under an hour a week, and identify multiple people that are not only looking for your help, but multiple people that are going to come together inside of a community of people looking to all work together so that they can all go out there and solve the problem and reach the goal that they all have together. By doing this, you're going to be able to build, right, a great following. You're going to be able to get eyeballs on you, but ultimately, right, you're going to be able to go out there and create a lot more impact early, and that impact is going to turn to brand new clients. Are you a coach or a healer who's looking to go out there and make more money? Maybe you're working from home, or you're looking to start a coaching business from home, and you don't exactly have a proven process that's going to help you go out there and sign up multiple clients each and every week, helping you make the most impact as a coach or a healer. And you're looking to find that way that's going to help you basically be more consistent and ultimately help you, right, get more clients and find more clients for your coaching or your healing business. Well, I got a free gift for you down here in my description called the Perfect Profitable Presentation Pack. Yep, we talked about profitable presentations in this video here, and ultimately what this Perfect Profitable Presentation Pack is it's going to be everything that you need to go out there and build your profitable presentation in about an hour, and then go out there and use this profitable presentation in the next 30 days or less to help you go out there and not only make more money, but ultimately, right, get started in creating your first or your next 10K payday for your coaching or your healing business. It's absolutely free, and it's in the description down here below, so take action now and grab your free copy of the Perfect Profitable Presentation Pack so that you can get started on creating your first or your next 10K payday right now. Don't forget, we all win when we all win. go out there and make a choice to win today, not only by subscribing to this channel, but also by going down there into that description and grabbing your free Perfect Profitable Presentation Pack right now. We'll see you in the next video.